My name's Emma Seddon and we are at the British Hotel.
In Deloraine.
In Deloraine, yep.
Can you talk about the Hop to Harvest Festival and what it was?
So Hop to Harvest came about maybe 12 months ago. Working in the hospitality industry in Deloraine, I got exposed to a lot of small batch creators in the area doing really wonderful things, whether it's like market growers or craft beer. And I thought, as well as a few other people in the community, what a good opportunity to bring it together for a day and celebrate that and really shine a light on that for the Meander Valley.
Can you talk about the number of participants?
Yeah, so there was about 10 volunteers all up, and in terms of vendors, we had about 13 vendors, and then we gauged that there was about 500 people attended.
And it was down at the
Rotary Park Reserve in Deloraine, yeah.
What made you want to put it together?
I guess with my background in events and being exposed to the unique harvest that we have here in the Meander Valley, I really felt compelled to bring everyone together for a day.
The process of putting it all together, you said you had a background in events.
Yep.
And there were 10 volunteers. Is that the board or?
No, so our not-for-profit there's 3 of us on the board of the not-for-profit.
What are the names of the?
We've got Evan Green,
Yep.
who is a brewer here and pub owner of the British Hotel, Little Green Men. And then we've got Luke Searson, who's the head chef and owner at Frankenlotties. So well experienced, and we all brought something different to the table in terms of what we could do to bring Hop to Harvest together.
And there were other people who helped with Hop to Harvest.
Yes.
With different skills as well.
Exactly,
Can you talk a little bit about that side of things? Because events is quite complex.
Yes, so we had someone take care of our social media, and these are all volunteer based as well. All these people putting in a huge amount of time and effort to bring this all together. We had someone focused on social media. We had someone making sure that our finances were all above board. And then we had, in terms of the festival itself, we had on-site coordinators and then a team under her. Chevy was her name, and she ran that for me, making sure that I was free on the day and could bounce around. And so there were people putting out marquees and making sure that the festival was clean and tidy, and the portaloos were all clean and tidy, and that our vendors, especially, this was our sort of main focus, that our vendors felt supported and they knew what was going on, they knew where to go, and everything just seemed quite seamless.
What does the future look like for Hop to Harvest?
We're hoping to lock in support from the council with getting that happening right now. They seem very keen to support us for the next 3 years, so we're hoping that we can get that across the line. We're basically looking at cutting and pasting. The feedback that we got from the first festival was really great. With a few sort of changes, we sent out a survey post-festival and got a bit of feedback from the folks in the community, which I think we'll definitely listen to. We've got wanting a longer day, is to finish at 6, so we're looking at extending that, and also having a few more options like coffee and cheese. So hopefully with the success of the first festival now under our belt, we can appeal to more vendors and get them involved.
And same time of year, do you think next year?
We're going to pull it forward a little bit. April was quite busy. It was the day after Anzac Day, the week after Easter. It was really quite busy, and we perhaps felt that the community had that event fatigue by the time Hop to Harvest came around. So we're looking at moving it forward just a little bit. So still being able to make the most of the harvest season, but appealing
like
to March, exactly. Yeah. We're looking at March 14th.
Okay, that is specific.
Yes. Yeah.
Memorable moments from this year's Hop to Harvest process overall.
A memorable moment for me personally is obviously just getting this off the ground. It was a year in the making, and it was a labour of love, and I was just so happy with the outcome. The whole thing for me was just something I'll remember forever. But in terms of the feedback we received from other people really enjoyed the live music, particularly having Louis Moran there, who was like a younger lad, and people really enjoyed that. And also there are a couple vendors who are our stars of the show with the food that they were putting out, and the cost of the food as well was really appealing to people, and I think that's really stuck in people's minds.
Did you find there were lots of locals, or that it was predominantly locals, or that it was more people from outside of the area, or did you find any trends there?
Yeah, we found that it was mostly locals, which was sort of our aim for this year. We really wanted the Meander Valley community to get on board with this, and then next year when we do expand a little bit, we can then start to appeal to people further afield and even interstate, and get our marketing happening a little bit across the sea as well, which would be really good.
Challenges? Toughest bits? A few.
The toughest bits, I guess, were for me juggling life in general, and working and trying to operate this not-for-profit and run the festival. Yeah, that was certainly a personal challenge for me, and also reaching out to people in the community, which is something which is really unique to the Meander Valley area, I think, is that people want to help. There's so many people that want to help, but it's like getting used to reaching out and not taking it all on myself, but being able to ask help from people in the community. And people always said yes, of course, like people always said yes and they want to help. And they did, and it was something that I'm really excited for next year, but this year is definitely a challenge for me.
You mentioned 14th of March.
Yes.
When would you be looking for people to help you?
So we're looking at securing some funding over the next couple months, and so once we get that across the line, we're hoping to lock in social media people that can help, that have experience in using the Meander Valley Place brand to bring a Hop to Harvest brand specific to us. So soon, but in terms of on hand for the festival itself, on the day, it's really, not for a few months yet.
Would there be other events that you might look at doing as well?
Yes, yep. So we're looking at, not for this winter, but for next winter, perhaps getting something up and running for the showgrounds, so we can really draw in tourism during that quiet season to support local business. And we're looking at fire and chefs from near and far, and truffles and all sorts of things. It'll be a ticketed event, but we're hoping to get that up and running next year.
Very good. What do you love the most about the Meander Valley?
I think I mentioned this before, but it's the people. It's the people here. I've been here for 2 years now, but it's something that I'm really drawn to, is how many folks in the community are willing to support you and help you. It's something that has really lit a fire in me, I guess, in terms of wanting to organise future events, because just with people around that are wanting to help. And also, of course, the harvest and working in the hospitality industry and having such experience with food. I love what people are doing around here, the growers, and everyone's always wanting to invite you into their place and show you what they're doing, and I really love that.